An Anioma person is an Igbo by name. See, you are watching Igbo God. Look at Nze. It's an Igbo deity. That's why for see on derived name. Nze Ogo. Oshimiri. Nze Te. Nze Fili.
You cannot speak Yoruba or you cannot be a Yoruba name. You cannot speak Hausa, you cannot be a Hausa name. You cannot speak Benin, you cannot be a Benin name. So what else are you now?
Anioma State in the waiting right here on Trend 100.9 FM Asaba. My name is Christopher Belushi, aka Belushi Wamama. The only MC will still be Virgin, the Tierra MC. Yes, Anioma State is one of the most popular issues going around now, especially when it concerns Delta North people, championed by our amiable Senator Ned Muniamuko, representing the great people of Delta North in the Senate. It has gone through the first reading and the second reading. There has been we've had a town hall meeting still on the creation of Anioma State. And from what is happening, Anioma State is definitely coming. I'm not alone this morning. I'm right here with my friends and my brothers from Anioma. I have with me Mr. Chief, you be bros.
Anyway, you call me. I'm Mr.
We call him Boy Ogu, aka Mr. Onyeme.
Yes.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Time Boris Mama, my garden one.
I also have my brother all the way from the great AZ Kingdom, is known as Saint Jude. Good morning.
Thank you, listeners. You're welcome this morning.
Okay, we are talking about Anioma State in the making. Let me start from you, Boy Ogu.
Yeah.
You seem to be very much around. And where are we currently?
Actually, we're on a moving train that's almost getting to a destination. So everything that needs to be done politically, negotiation, consultation has been done from low and high in Abuja. So my people are queuing into it. We have only few dissent who are now even repenting and coming to join the fold. So I want to tell you that we are in a comfortable zone. Anioma State is just a done deal. It's a go. So we're not going back, man.
Okay, thank you. St. Jude, what do you feel? What's your general feeling about the creation of Anioma State?
Well, I want to give kudos to Senator Ned Nwoko. It's not an easy task as a person to take up a task that has been laid down before now. And we've had so many senators from the Anioma zones who has come and gone, who probably never visited that issue, and they just left it like that. But he came on board and took it upon himself to do a justice to that. So I'm giving kudos to him. Then coming back to where we are, or what's my take? Well, I don't have any problem with Anioma State at all, because for those of us who claim to be from the Benin axis, it's not as if I don't know how do I put it. But one of the questions I probably would have loved to ask is this, and I would want to ask that question. I've never seen anybody from within the Delta North, precisely Aniocha North, let me speak from the Aniocha North axis, who has been bearing a Benin name, like Osaho, Osereme, and the rest of them. And so I wonder why this identity of coming from Benin is coming from. And I was just discussing with some persons this morning. I had little preview as to how the Benin came on board, how we had these tidings with Benin. It's not as if we were originated from Benin directly, but there was something that led to that brought us to that particular distance. But that's going to be
no, leave that one first. Later we'll come back to the identity crisis. Okay, thank you, St. Jude. Now, do you think there are benefits attached to having Anioma State? What will be the effect on the people of Anioma?
A whole lot of benefits. Sincerely speaking, the benefits are numerous, uncountable. Just like as we have in the present Delta State today, we have our governor, we have our senator, we have the representatives on the House of Reps, we have for the states, we also have for the local government and the councillors. And managing it in that area, it will go a long way. In fact, the resources will be able to go around for the very few communities that are forming up this Anioma State. And so we have a whole lot to benefit, whether we like it or not. The benefit is far, 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 far bigger than what we are saying now. The only thing I know, some persons are clamoring for, probably the reason why they don't want the Anioma is that probably they are saying that they are going to merge us with the Easterners. And so that's where the issue, the more clarification needs to come in. I think being an Anioma doesn't mean they are attaching us to the northern, to the eastern part.
Or they will come carry our land.
You understand? So they are we are just bearing that to have the freedom which we've been clamoring for, that we desired, we've been yearning for all this while. And for the state, I'm sure we are still going to remain within the south region area, whereby we are not having anything that Igbo man is going to come and dominate, because that's the fear of an average and Anioma man is that once you add us to the east, they are going to dominate, they are going to take everything from us. So I don't think that is going it has not gotten to that point. And whoever is negotiating for us in the federal level, they should also make this point known, so that at the end of the day, whenever we are going into something, we know what we are going into.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sanjib. Let me come back to my Oga Boyogu. What do you have to say in addition?
I say Anioma State to bring about inclusiveness, sense of belonging that we have been denied. We should not be oblivion of history, that when the state was created and Asaba was mysteriously or miraculously given the capital. Some tribe, I don't want to mention, feel that Asaba is not data state enough. They refuse to sleep, some governors in the Anioma State. So the sense of belonging when we get Anioma is going to be enormous and complete. Inclusivity will be complete. And let me tell you, the resources of Anioma is enormous. I was debating what my university platform did. I said, look, let me tell you, as of 1966, before January cruise, we have at not less than 13 corner. You say you are from Easy. Tony Morris, first chief of the Director of Finance. You from Easy?
Yes, late Lieutenant Colonel Morris.
I have
very long. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that's very true one. There's no Anioma community that doesn't have a comment like that. So what I want to say that Anioma is, when we call it human resources, is too enormous. Natural resources is too enormous. So the maximization of this resources will be even better. And let me tell you, before even talk about Nigeria, Anioma have lived as one, in one, Okwane, but they have been one. Now, that they can kind of a filtration from a axis. We are still one. But when it comes to the people that don't tend to say the cultural influence of the so-called Benin, in one, Oshimiri, and Okwane, and more. But because of certain things, so Okwane people say, I know, but the issue with this, if you are a bat, you claim that you are part of a family of for a bird. You are not. At the meeting of the bird, those will say, bro, bat, I beg you not be a bird. Please come on small. And your man person is an Igbo by name. It's this, you are watching Igbo God. Look at Nze. It's an Igbo deity. That's why for see some derived name. Nze Ogu, Oshimiri. Nze Te, Nze Fili, Okwane. Nze Milo from Anambra. What are these for? It's a common deity. So have historically and from creation, anthropologically, we are one. So those who are saying that we Igbo will take you for which land? Igbo are agent of development anywhere they go. And they never invite anybody or force anybody to marry their wife or this. They do things, the negotiation. So I mean that Anioma has enormous potential for us in the future. It does has. So because we have a lot of resources. Okay, all the oil in the Oshimiri and Dokwa, who are the people managing it? Saplat platforms, all this one, Midwestern all over, Ajib, all over in the car Oshimiri. Who are the people managing it? For God's sake, Anioma are one of the most educated Africans. But where are we today? Play second video. We're not even playing second video, not even 10, not feet, 100 feet in Nigeria here. So Anioma will bring sense of belonging and have peace with your cultural development and economic development. Don't forget, each state has 3 territorial districts.
Exactly.
Should we not have, perhaps. But it's one man, Senator.
I don't like politics.
Yes, I know. But what I'm trying to say that it will bring development as political representative nearer home.
Yeah.
So my brother, Anioma Kana chop because.
Anioma State.
Okay, now in this struggle for the emancipation or the creation of Anioma State, we've had brick walls. You know, to some people, I don't know if they are genuine outbursts, or if they lack understanding of what it means to be placed in this or ceded to the southeast region. Do you think that would have an effect on the Anioma people if we are placed in the southeast region?
Thank you, Benlichi. Well, you see, the fear of unknown sometimes kills faster than the main epidemic issue. It's possible that some of us may be thinking that yes, if we happens to join together, they are going to dominate, they are going to do this, they are going to do everything, they are going to do that, they are going to do this. Whereas, you never can tell. By the time we are being together, they might not be able to do what some of us are thinking they will.
But do they really have constitutional, authority
they don't. Just like
to come into Anioma State? Because Anioma State is a state of its own, constitutional state, and it enjoys this word for English, its own every autonomy.
Yeah.
So do you think, like now we are in the south, as Edo State come to control us, or to manipulate us, or to oppress us, as Rivers, even as we can be incredible work, as he come into Delta State to show its incredible work, no, it's not possible. So I think there is a fundamental
human rights.
No, fundamental ignorance that is being peddled by the naysayers. Now, let me hear from you, Boyogu.
You see, I always talk from a historical perspective. You see, let me tell you one thing. There's what called Igbophobic tendency or euphoria on the secrecy going on in Nigeria. Igbophobic fear of unity in Igbo. It didn't start from 2025. It has been on. Anything Igbo is feared like a snake. That's why even after the Civil War, the so-called Middle-Stand Igbo, who you are, were all displaced from the army. Almost 15 full corner were dismissed from all Anioma. So they show that if you look at what I call demography makeup of current Anioma, there are some immigrants have settled there for 500, and they are now integrated. The Igalas, the Urobo, the Sokot. These people who are naturally, they know they are not Igboid, or they are not Anioma when it comes to Anioma culture. They are just afraid that when we go into Anioma, we're into Southeast, then they will be oppressed. But no, it's just ethnic fear of survival. So that is being crept into the majority mindset. No, let me tell you one thing. Like I said before, before the Midwest was created, the creation was to happen for only Anioma. But as Ziki, when I understood it, magnanimous scale, let's pull our brothers away from the old Western people, away from the Western region. That's why Midwest was abandoned. For a long time, Anioma has been fighting to go on their own. This is not the first time. If you look at old people, they have been fighting to belong to the Southeast. The Southeast people, Igbo people, have never had a conquering spirit from historical perspective. That's why in Igbo, there's no king. You never hear say Nkalago conquered this. Like, there might be kind of after independence or intercommunal crisis. But Igbo people never conquer any region. So I wonder how these people who are always going to do their business, agent of development, will not take over your land with constitutional provision of state. For God's sake, they are not imagining you to Nkalago. They are put into a zone. It's a political just messing.
Yes.
Grouping. They are not saying you are going to be belong to Anambra. No, you have your revenue board, you have your governor, you have your House of Assembly, for God's sake. So what I'm trying to tell you is some people that are not comfortable anthropologically, ethnically, are peddling this rumor. In any case, my name is Onyema Jimmy Paul. What is the difference between Onyema and Enyema? What is the problem with Onyem, Ejime, and Ejima? None. How can I explain to Fulani man that I'm an Igbo? So you have to live with the existential reality, or you die. So ignorance, like I told you about the British show, is just a self-imposed death sentence. So we need to kill ourselves with this self-ignorance. I want to tell finally that the Igbo people are not pushing for you to join the Southeast. They only open hands, okay, when they can welcome them. But it will be very decided historically for this generation not to put that we should join the Southeast, because during the war, the robots in Shekero that were punching us that these are the Igbo, these are were massacred.
Even to tomorrow.
Was any Soko city massacred? No. Otabone, my home place where I come from, where all the chiefs were gathered and executed. One of my friends, his grandfather was among the people that were executed. Chief from Bakofi Sumpe was among the people that were executed. They moved to Shago, you know how the massacre they done there. They moved to Asaba. Was any to the massacre? No. Uranigbe is very close to Kwale. There was the massacre? No. Was it the massacre? Was Abraka massacre? So let us stop this thing and face the reality of our life. Going to South is a matter of survival for Anioma in future. My name.
Dalurine, thank you very much. Boy Ogu, Senju, you want to add anything? I'm going to go break.
Well, he has done justice to the topic. I think coming from the Kwale Aziks, I must commend him, because I know that I have heard from some of those persons from those axes refuting this Anioma agenda or Anioma state, creation of states of a thing. And so that gives me kind of worried, and what kind of brothers do we have in this area? I know, and it keeps ringing in my mind. When you bear a name, just like he said before, when you bear a name and your name does not correspond with the ones you are claiming, I wonder where you call yourself. When you speak, you don't speak like the people you claim to be from. I wonder how you look at it and say you are from that axis. But when you speak, an Igbo man will hear you. When an Igbo man speaks, you will hear the person, except in most depth languages that has to do with intonations, right?
Dialectical difference.
You understand? And so when people claim that they are not, I wonder what. You cannot speak Yoruba, or you cannot be a Yoruba name. You cannot speak Hausa, you cannot be a Hausa name. You cannot speak Benin, you cannot be a Benin name. So what else are you now bearing? There are few things like this as an identity that makes you who you are. And if you cannot get any of these ones right with the people you're claiming, that means you don't know where you came from. You don't know your identity. And it's obvious when you don't know your identity, don't be a prodigal son, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll go for a short break. When we come back, the program will continue. Probably we'll go open phone lines, make we still hear from Una to get clarification. This is Anioma State in the waiting, right here on Trend 100.9 FM Asaba. Will they come? Will they shine like candle?
Rapping with Anioma State.
Anioma State to Kebu Benny. Okay. Look at Chima Owen. Okay, look at Bakoma. Swing well from the Bakoma. Are you went to God? I think I'm on my way. I went up your song. One day and one day.
Can you imagine? Even they make a lady.
Okay, Anioma State, Kanyi Chon, Kanyi Boom, Kanyi. Now welcome back to Anioma State in the waiting, right here on Trend 100.9 FM Asaba. My name is Christopher Belushi, aka Belushi Wamama, and I'm here with Mr. Onyeme, aka Boy Ogu. You're welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much. Belushi Wamama, garden one name.
And also we have with us all the way from AZ St. Jude. You're welcome back.
Thank you very much. Our listeners, Dalu for being there for us.
Okay. Dalu. This program today is the first episode and it's still open for sponsorship. So our brothers, we get business. You can call in and sponsor this program so that it keeps going. Now, time don't reach to chook mouth. We've talked a lot. We've talked about what Anioma State holds in stock for us and what we are expecting and how it will affect us economically and otherwise. When Anioma State is created from the 9 local government existing, we will get 3 senators.
Yes.
We will get House of Rep. How many did they want states?
3. Each senatorial, okay, yeah, you go pass through. Each senatorial, this thing will get one, and so that means that means
many.
Yes, we will get
it should be up to close to 11 of you.
House of Reps members.
Yes.
Local government will be.
Then we will come get new House of Assembly members. Yes. We will get new local minister. You know, and all that.
Enough job.
So this will actually bring us closer to the government. Yes. Delta State is very big. I greet the Delta State Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori. He's doing a lot to ensure that the team touch everywhere, despite the large size of the state. But I believe when Anioma State comes, new positions, commissioners, go yakpa,
development,
SAs, everything. The government will be closer, and I think it is what we need at this point to develop Anioma State. Now, on our call on top 0913 600 1009 or 0906 203 1009. We are going to take just two calls. 0913 600 1009 or 0906 203 1009. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and your location, sir?
I'm from Patrick.
Okay, no, sir.
First of all, this program. Because of I get Chief Prince Ned Moko.
Okay.
For representing us well. And he was several House of Senators who vote for their selfish interest and Nosia without thinking where they come from. So make a nation for being at the forefront of this agenda. Making us come on over time to make it public and the mother that no ending with foresight. So thank you very much.
God bless you, sir. Okay, we're gonna still take we'll still take two more calls, more wrap up. And the numbers to call 0913 600 1009 or 0906 203 1009. Hello. I greet you benevolently, my brother.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome, Maruki.
Well, what I want to contribute more. When one of the guests said that the reason why people are running away from this becoming a normal citizens is just because maybe they don't want to be subjected to evil.
Yes.
But I am surprised that I wonder how can that kind of person be living like that? As in see you as a minority, how? When you are speaking Igbo. Even Abakaleke people cannot even speak and I understand me myself. I don't hear Abakaleke, but there was never a time they can't that side out. It's never. I've never even witnessed that. Not to talk of Anioma that is speaking almost Igbo. It has not even had any of your discussion in your language and what is not understand what you're saying. So why are you running away from it? Okay, even in that person that you are today, are you not organized? So I don't know why somebody will be making yourself a class or meet up class when you are already at the top. Talk like Mr. People the way they are doing before now. They see you, they say you won't Igbo. And they are not an Igbo, but they are speaking Igbo. But at last, maybe that thing is affecting them politically. Yes, because by now, Mr. Man is supposed to be, in fact, Mr. Man is not supposed to be a governor of Anioma State. Yes, but maybe because of that sentiment. Behind. So I want to tell my brothers all that. Forget all this fuck and bull story that everybody is telling you. Maybe I feel the reason why they are running away is just because of the person that is carrying the issue or is there like some politicians don't like the way he is doing it. That is just the reason. But it is better that you you throw away that kind of process to it is for your own benefit.
Yes.
You remember you have new workers in another state as in government house. Many workers, many of it. So you have so much benefit to us. Me myself, I will not come down to that place to get that job for you. So you better you accept it now and reap the benefit.
Thank you, Maroke Chuka. God bless you abundantly. And we'll just take one more call, then we'll wrap up. But I want to let you know that our brothers from across the Niger, they had to forfeit Adada State and one other state that they were clamoring for to be created inside the Southeast. They had to forgo it and say, no, we want our brothers from Anioma to come and join us. They stopped all their proceedings for Adada State and Olu State.
Yes, I think so.
Just to accommodate us. Then we, when they want help now, instead of appreciating, we are raising unnecessary stories. I think that's the last we can take this morning. That's the last call we can take. So, St. Jude, what is your message for the people of Anioma?
Well, let's